Is that like the best 3 minutes of your whole life, or what? You want me to get you a cigarette or something? Glass of water? Hey, you're back in the garage with TheEZGZ. I hate it when this happens. Decisions. My goodness. This is that first head that caused me all the trouble. The head that I ordered by accident. That's all the further I was going to go on this thing because those heads were beat up on that other engine. So I decided, since these were brand new heads with brand new valves, to mock them up, throw it in here. They're not the German heads, but they're basically a stock replacement style head. They do have a little improvement in the flow for the intake. I don't like, and Berg never recommended cutting the boss off like this, but thousands of them out there, and a lot of people don't have problems with them. And these are brand new, ready to go. I did work a lot on them to open them up and get some air flowing through here because the casting had shifted. I did make a hole up here going through the side to improve the flow because that was just a dead end box. That seemed kind of dumb. So I threw on my old stock, well, they're not stock, a solid shaft, but it's stock rockers, and man, everything just bolted together. It was just a slick deal. And these have a 56cc cylinder volume, but leaving that 90 thousandths shim on there, and just bolting this thing together, slapping this head on, comes out to 7-to-1 compression. Don't want to use the stock push rods because I'm going to put heavy duty single springs. AA ratio rockers on the other side. Maybe I should flip this engine over here so we can kind of look at both sides while we're talking, huh? Should balance out. This, I think anybody can build a Volkswagen engine. One of the key things you do though need is an engine stand. This just makes your life so much easier, and it's what, $100, $150. Mine's homemade. You can still buy these workbench engine stand adapter things here. It includes this plate and the pivot setup for like $35, $40, but you can get the rest of the stand. I've never checked it out. So we're looking at the sweet heads here. This is the preferred horsepower setup, and then we're looking at this one over here. I don't have to trim the intake manifolds. I don't have to do anything special to make these things work. This would be a huge savings in time for me, and all I'd have to do is, actually the compression ratio would drop if I put these heads because these have a 62cc cylinder volume. But for the road trip and just humming down the road, boy, I'm telling you guys. And it ended up with these stock rockers on it, 390 thousandths lift. So that's not bad. That's not bad. The stock duration and lift is approximately in the neighborhood of 224 duration and 330 lift on a stock valve. So we've increased this engine from 1600 to 1800. We have heads that have the bosses out and should theoretically flow a little better. They might not last as long as stock, but they're bolt-on, ready to go. Probably get a little bit more flow out of them. And since we've increased the size, increased the lift, you might get a little, if a guy could take some time here and just clean these things. They're pretty clean actually. Metal casting and stuff. Camera seems to be able to look in these areas better than, where's my flashlight? That would help too. So I have no experience with this cam as far as the seat of the pants meter, but I'm liking it. It just shows you, again, versatility. If I was running a bus, I'd definitely use this side. This is just sort of laid back pucka pucka side. And this side is a little more giddy up side, you know. Okay, working on the rocker arm geometry. I really like these rocker arms, and I'm trying to get them to ride in just the right spot. I don't have any die chem. I'm not sure where I can get some of that. I did contact a motor balancer, an engine balancer, and there's a guy that's going to do it up in Fort Collins for like $150. He said drop it off tomorrow afternoon, which should be Wednesday, and it should be ready on Friday afternoon. So that is exciting news, and so I'm just following up before I take this thing apart. And I don't know if you can see it. What I did is just took a magic marker. Get the right angle of the dangle here. Oh, there you go. I'm looking for the swipe of the rocker arm. Ran it through a couple cycles, and the only place you see looks different in the camera. It's off center. It looks to the top of the screen, to me, the wipe. And what I want to do is bring that down closer to the center. So I am going to try something else. Yeah, that's deceiving. It's up, let's see, it's right at the end of my fingernail. So I have to change the height. The push rod isn't going to do anything. You have to get the stroke, and I've taken the lift, divided it in half, tried to eyeball it. I'm not happy with that result. So it's where it rides on that shoe. So I want to get it closer to center. That's what I'm shooting for. Sometimes I get so absorbed in what I'm doing, I forget to turn the camera on. And I've probably done this too many times to count. I've tried shimming it up and down. I was trying to eyeballing it. But this way leaves a much better witness mark. Now, I don't know if you can see from that angle, but to me, just visually, that seemed like you got too much wasted swipe here. You know, it didn't look quite right to me. I wanted to get it more centered on the foot, but now that I see where it's hitting on the valve and the witness mark it's leaving on that magic marker on the lash cap, don't forget that lash cap. And so it's going to leave this mark, and we'll just watch it. Sometimes I can see things on the video camera on the computer when I edit it or take it back and play it back. So I'm just going back and forth here. I know it's shaking, sorry about that. Tough shit. I can see it, and I have to move this. Got the flywheel on. I like that. I'm so glad I got that balancer lined up for tomorrow. We'll make our push rods once we use family stitch. Now, I'm checking for just a little bit of space here, but that shaft is bigger. I don't know if I can shim that up. This might be a clatterbox. We'll see. Anyhow, that's how we do it in the TheEZGZ garage. We figure out an easy way. I hope it's the right way. Well, I'll just leave it on. This may be tomorrow's video. Rocker arm geometry. Haven't really done a whole lot else today. Had this head on and off, trying to come up with a compression ratio that I like. Right now I'm running it with no shims. Now, once you go through all that procedure, see, that will change your push rod length. That wouldn't affect the rocker arm geometry. This rocker arm geometry is only going to be affected by where this main rocker shaft is bedded. The height at which it's bedded according to the arc that's built into the arm. Head out and have some fun. But wait! There's more! I need a burrito. That's what I need.